All right, we're moving on to the vertebral column. So this is a vertebra. Space in the middle is the vertebral foramen. The big block of bone here is the body. The piece of bone sticking out posteriorly, that is the spinous process. Pieces of bone sticking out laterally on either side are the transverse processes. You also have the bone tissue making the vertebral foramen. You've got the pedicle, the lamina, pedicle. So it goes body, pedicle, transverse process, lamina, spinous process, lamina, transverse process, pedicle, body. Body, pedicle, lamina, pedicle, body. Makes the vertebral foramen. We also have pieces of bone sticking upwards here and here. These are the superior articulating processes. And we have one sticking downward on the sides, over here and over there. That was obvious on this vertebra. Those are inferior articulating processes. So if you look at this one, here is the superior articulating process, here is the inferior articulating process. Those are structures found on all vertebra. When we talk specifically about cervical vertebra, here's a cervical vertebra. They have these extra holes in their transverse process called transverse foramen, and then they often have a split spinous process called a bifid spinous process. The very first vertebra, C1, here is called axis. Axis, as you can see, has no body, has no spinous process. It has a posterior arch, anterior arch, lateral masses on either sides. Of course, it has the transverse processes with the transverse foramen. And then we have the second vertebra, C2. This is the axis. Axis looks like any other cervical vertebra, except it has this piece sticking up. Will it come in focus? I don't know. That piece sticking up is the dens. All right, moving on to the thoracic vertebra. Thoracic vertebra, here's a thoracic vertebra. They have extra facets on their body and on their transverse process. These extra facets are there so it makes contact with the ribs. And then lumbar vertebra basically are bigger, and they don't have extra facets, they don't have extra holes. All right, here is the sacrum. So all of this up here is the sacrum. The little bit down here is the coccyx. The sacrum has a base at the top. It has transverse lines going across. It has sacral foramen, these holes. On the side here, it has an auricular surface. And then on the back here, this edged humps going down the middle is the median sacral crest. Yes, median sacral crest. And then on the sides here and here are the lateral sacral crests. At the very top is the sacral canal. At the very bottom here is the sacral hiatus. The very point at the end of it is the apex. And that is it for the vertebral column.